Hello and welcome to the Nitty Kitties channel with me, Any Art Netty. In this video I am going to be creating my own character, which is a mashup of Dungeons and Dragons and Pokemon. I originally seen this on Katelyn Caigue's channel. She was inspired to do this challenge originally from Jess Jackdaw's YouTube channel. I will link you to both their channels in the description box below. On Jess's channel there was a list of 150 Pokemon and 150 Dungeons and Dragons characters. So you roll the dice and see which two characters you get, one from each list to do a fusion of. I have already gone ahead and sketched my creation after putting some ideas together in my sketchbook. The characters I got were Kalia from my Pokemon character and Rakshasha for my D&D monster. You will see to the right there is a reference to both of the characters on my desk. The one of Kalia, the Pokemon, I hand drew. I just used Prismacolor Premier pencils to colour it in, and the one of Rakshasha is printed out. I wanted to have these to hand for colour references, and so I remember what they look like, and it's also helpful hopefully to anyone watching this, so they will know what both characters look like. Sadly, I do not know the artist's name who created this description of the D&D monster, but I found it on Google. I'll put a link in the description should you want to see it. It was my favourite one from a wide selection, and I decided to go with a male tiger version of it, as the character can take on lots of other forms. All the illustrations of Rakshasha were very awesome, but in all of them it is noticeable that the hands are reversed, so the fingers look like they're bent backwards. It's not a fault by any of the artists. If you see his hands look like the wrong way round in my illustration, at least you know it's not down to my difficulty in drawing hands. But when we get there, well done for noticing, if you do see that. I'm just doing the line art now on my fusion character, if you see there, and I'm going to be colouring it in with Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. There will be a link to Katelyn's video somewhere on the screen about now, and that video also has the lists for the characters, so do have a go at this challenge yourself. It's lots of fun to create your own new unique character, and a great step in the right direction of finding your own drawing style. Now, speaking of finding your own style, and being this is part about Pokemon, one of my favourite artists on YouTube is Katie Vaughan. She did a brilliant challenge on her channel, which was drawing Pokemon from memory. She is a great advocate for developing your own drawing style. I do believe it is a fantastic thing to do, that someone can look at your work straight away and recognise it as yours. And Katie's channel features Charlie Mouse, instantly recognisable style and the ultimate in cute, so definitely worth mentioning that there when we're speaking of Pokemon and developing your own unique signature art style. I tend to go between different styles. The cuter one is characters with almost like ditto eyes, and the next one I'm developing with my portraits, but this is something I'm working on developing more. I must again credit the original inspiration as far as my research takes me, which is to Jess Jackdaw's channel. Here is a link to my favourite video of hers in the card on this subject matter of this video. I will leave all links in the descriptions too for Katelyn, Jess's Twitters and Instagram, and do tell them Nettie said hi too. So let's go on to talk about the two characters. Kalia is a psychic fairy type Pokemon, a little human-like, and appears to be wearing a tutu. Kalia evolves from Routes and then goes on to evolve into Gardevoir, is how you say it. Sounds very French. Let me know in the comments how to correctly pronounce that, and how to speak English. And let me know in the comments who your favourite Pokemon is. Mine is Lapras, closely followed by Gothitelle and then Umbreon. I have a lot of favourites, but that's my top 3. I would love to know yours too. The element I picked out of the Pokemon in my own character were the eyes, as the colour looks really different, and also the horns Kalia uses for its psychokinetic powers. I also used an element of the hair in my own character, which looks like 2 ponytails either side of the face, which I've already drawn there. I did focus more heavily on the side of the D&D character, but it was a lot of fun to add those elements for this strange but rather pretty Pokemon character. Going on to talk about the D&D character now, I found some amazingly detailed drawings of Rakshasha while researching it. He was almost always depicted smoking a pipe. And there was a lot of skulls, which inspired me to draw a belt of skulls. And also you can see he's wearing rings with skulls on his fingers when we get to that bit. He appears to be wearing the finest garments and lots of jewellery. He certainly likes the finer things in life and likes a life of luxury. He was mostly depicted as a Bengal tiger, but has also been able to possess the features of other characters too, sometimes with more than one head. I really enjoyed this challenge, and I think I will go on to roll more dice and create more characters in my sketchbook. I hope this inspires you too as well. Speaking of sketchbook, I will have a tour of my latest finished one soon. It contains the sketches in preparation for this creation. Probably the first time I have ever done that, so look out for that video in the near future. So as I said, I was using the Spectrum Noir colouring system to colour in this image. It's now the ancient system as the new set has come out, but I do love this system and I don't plan to change it. I have never played Dungeons and Dragons, but the artwork has always been of interest over the years. I was asked to do a piece of artwork for a commission to show a couple's D&D characters. I created it just with written descriptions of the 2 characters. This was a fantastic challenge and really got my brain ticking. I will pop a link down below to that because it's on my Instagram, and we'll pop it at the end of the video as well because it fits in with the link. I used Caran d'Ache luminance in that particular piece as I wanted to use light fast colour pencils, as it's something they might have liked to have had on the wall and wouldn't want of it to have faded very quickly. I am an avid fan of Pokemon. My first game was Pokemon Yellow. I also enjoyed playing Red and Blue. My favourite game was Snap on the N64. I also love Let's Go Pikachu and also Sword on the Nintendo Switch, not sponsored. So with my interest in the art side of D&D and a fondness of Pokemon, this is why this challenge was so appealing. So you can see me drawing those backwards hands now. So yeah, you'll see in the original character, if you Google him, that they do look like what's going on there. They're the wrong way round. So that explains why they are like that. I'm overall very happy with how this illustration turned out. It was great to try something I don't normally do, as you almost always see me working in colour pencil in my videos, if you're an avid watcher of my videos. If not, I'll leave a playlist somewhere at the end of the video so you can watch some of my colour pencil videos there. So, as you can see, the character is wearing a brooch there, which isn't coloured in yet, but it will be in a time lapse. That is inspired by a tutorial by Helen Elliston from her special effects book. I believe it's number 1, but I'll find that out for you and link it in the description. The original tutorial is done with Prismacolor Premier pencils, but I wanted to see what it would look like with alcohol markers. And I'm quite happy how it turns out, and I hope that you enjoy it too. So you'll see when that bit comes, there's little black lines that are put over it to look like a crack effect. I used a Mars Lumograph pencil to add that detail, and also Uniball Signo white gel pen, not sponsored, for highlights. I would love to know if anyone can think of a good name for this character. I thought of maybe it's Maybelline. I thought of, not sponsored, maybe jumbling up the original names of the two characters and merging them together. So, Rakshasha? What do you think? What would you name him? I may call him Phil or Jimbo. I don't know yet. I hope this video was enjoyable. Again, big shout out to Katelyn and Jess for the inspiration and the original idea. Credits to them. If you like this video, please do consider subscribing and popping a like over there, and click the bell icon to be notified of all our future videos. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. And here's a time lapse.